Hi, Joy Olson here, BlockBuster Fundraising. Hey, it's the most wonderful time of the year. And as every nonprofit fundraiser knows, year-end fundraising is the most exciting and the most demanding time of the year. Nearly 30% of all charitable giving occurs in December, and 10% of all gifts are made in the last 3 days of the year. So with numbers like that, you need to have your last couple weeks, your year-end fundraising that absolutely motivates and inspires your donors to give and give big. Well, recently I took a Network for Good seminar. Actually, it's probably been about a month ago, and I wanted to go back and review some of their tips just as a checklist, because you still got a lot of fundraising to go year end, especially with your emails and of course your thank yous. So you want to make sure that you're featuring memorable, shareable appeals as your centerpiece, and this is what makes sure that you're going to impress your donors. You're really looking at your integrated year-end strategies, and this follows through those last couple of weeks, because the key to any successful campaign is planning out your strategies before you begin. And so what makes a year-end strategy unique is the urgency of your message and the frequency of your outreach. So these last couple weeks, your strategy is going to be sense of urgency and get your message out there frequently. You're going to use your social media and your email. Since so much philanthropy happens around the end of the year, it's important to always put your best foot forward to attract new donors, like hopefully you did last week on Giving Tuesday. It was a great Giving Tuesday. And now in these last couple weeks, you want to win back any lapsed donors that you have, or convince existing donors to make an additional gift before the end of the year. And you can do this. And so before you plan this little last couple of weeks strategy, you begin that planning by looking at your fundraising data for year end and set your goals. Consider, where are you right now? How much money did you raise last year end and Giving Tuesday through December 31st? And how much did you raise this Giving Tuesday? And filter donations by date in your donor management systems to find out these amounts, because you're going to want to know how much do you have left to raise to meet your goal for a year, or get really competitive with yourself to break all records. Really want to know what your fundraising goals are for the last couple of weeks. What do you need to get? And maybe perhaps you just want to increase the number of monthly donors. That's a great goal to have. So you're going to really stress in the last couple of weeks monthly donors. Sending one piece of mail or one email, it just doesn't cut it for a successful year-end campaign, especially in 2019. Wow. If you want to meet your goal and end the year strong, you need to bring your A game. That's what Network for Good says. That's what Joy Olson says. And that means that all of your communications tactics are in play. You're going to coordinate your theme and messaging across all your channels, including your direct mails that have already gone out, and now your emails. And remember, you want to schedule a regular cadence in December of 10 plus emails to your donors and contacts. And 4 or 5 of those, don't panic, because 4 or 5 of those are scheduled for December 31st. Big time to get emails out there with great stories and great images. Online giving, hey, make sure that your donation button is prominently featured on your website's homepage, and that your online giving process is as easy and enjoyable as possible. And of course, social media. You want to plan on 2 to 4 posts per week that have impact with your great stories, with great images, with donor profiles and board member profiles, so you can build your engagement, the trust, the sharing, and the giving. And of course, don't forget to link your year-end online donation page. And hopefully it will be a very special donation page that's branded to special year-end giving. Your mobile giving, you want to be very cognizant of that. Perhaps you can incorporate a text to give initiative into your year-end campaign. Make it easy. Make it easy to give. 25% of donors complete their donations on mobile devices. And that was so apparent in Giving Tuesday, in Black Friday. I mean, people are absolutely using their phones. We've been telling you that they were going to, and now it's just absolutely imperative that you're mobile friendly and really make that phone work for you. All right, phone calls. To me, this is the perfect time these last few weeks to reach out to your key donors with a personal phone call. And hey, your board members and volunteers, they make great callers too. You just want to make sure that you have a nice script ready for them and get going. Get going with those phone calls. You want to use all your best images and messaging across all your communications channels. And the reason you do this is you want to ensure that your donors experience a cohesive theme in your appeals, your donation page, your thank yous, and your social media posts. So that unifying theme, make sure that in these last couple weeks, it represents your organization's mission and your year-end focus. And I think that you really should also set this week a concrete year-end goal. Figure out, where are you? Where are you right now? Where do you want to be January 1st or the end of December 31st at midnight? Also, plan a multi-channel approach to meet your goal. Use your social media, use your email. Be aggressive, be tenacious about that. And of course, you already made sure that your direct mail hit your mailboxes, hit your donors' mailboxes prior to Thanksgiving. And now you want to think about these last couple weeks, and you want to assemble your team and assign roles. And one of the most important role to assign is identify staff who will cover the phones and the inbound requests during the last weeks and days and weekends of the year. Don't miss any opportunities. I know one of the most fun and heartwarming times for me to be a development director was the last week of the year. And I didn't go on vacation. I stayed in the office. I made sure I was there. I made sure either myself or someone else was there in the office on the weekends, because people come by and they're in such a good mood, and they want to give you their gift, and they want to tell you why they're giving your gift, and they love it that you're there, and they love being appreciated. And it's a fun time to catch up and help you build even a nicer relationship. So be there. Don't plan on a great holiday vacation if you are a development director. Okay, and listen, if you're going to have staff, they're covering for you, which I think is a great thing. If you can't be there, make sure that your staff is up to snuff on the theme and the schedule and your goals, so if they get questions. And hey, line up. It's a great time to line up your peer-to-peer campaign leaders that perhaps did a great job for you in Giving Tuesday, and to help you expand your social media outreach the last week or so of the year. And perhaps you can finalize with a matching gift that last week, social media. Find a donor that will help you double your impact. That gives a lot of pizzazz and zest to a last year online campaign. So you want to remember that you're going to take your branded visuals and your messaging materials, your featured images, your best stories, your logo, your tagline, your hashtag, and include them in your last couple of weeks social media and emails, all right? Hey, here's a great thing you can do for the last week or for those emails. Get a few more testimonials. Put impact stories together, videos, pictures that tie to your theme. Get really creative and have some fun with it. And then, of course, you definitely want to have a special year-end donation page that all campaign communications will link to. It's specially branded, it's special year-end, it takes into consideration which campaign it is, so that when your donor gets there, they're motivated to give to the year-end campaign, and they know they're in the right place. They didn't land on some page that donate. Well, this doesn't seem like the same donation page. I wonder if my gift is gonna have the same impact. They don't refer to all the reasons that I clicked on this link. So I think that's really important. Don't confuse them by going to some non-branded donation page. And hey, here's another great idea. How about a homepage pop-up for your website, so all your visitors will immediately see your year-end message and your year-end call to action? I think that's a great idea. Let's talk a bit about major gift peeps, because they are so important always, and they're especially important year-end. Major donors, major gifts have a significant impact on all nonprofits, regardless of your organization's size or budget. And year-end giving is certainly no exception. Depending on the timing of their last gift and the amount, you may want to suppress major donors from your year-end email blast to better nurture them through personal contact. So if you decide not to include them in your last couple of weeks of appeals, you can engage them at year-end by 1, having board members make some thank you calls. Schedule these calls right now to tie in to this wonderful season of gratitude. Even a quick appreciative voicemail can do wonders and perhaps yield a surprise year-end gift. And I really believe that. I honestly think that by practicing a lot of gratitude, sincere gratitude, really gives you surprise year-end gifts. People that have already given and they get a message from you that is so meaningful, shows how much you appreciated them, what an impact they really made. They will oftentimes sit down and write you another check. In-person meetings, you probably don't have time for that in the last couple of weeks, but perhaps you can schedule a nice meeting in 2020, and that would be lovely to do. All right, well, let's see. One other thing, what can you do right now? I think that just check out to lapsed donors and use your donor management system to see which donors still haven't given this year, that have given in the past, and send them a lapsed donor email. Encourage them to give a gift before the year is out. And hey, how about your volunteers? Your volunteers are some of your most dedicated contacts. But have you cultivated them as donors as successfully as you can? Your year-end campaign is a perfect time to reach out to them with a dedicated email, thanking them for their time and energy. And hey, inviting them to increase their commitment to your organization with a financial contribution. Just make sure to suppress any volunteers who are already donors. And matching gifts. Look, a dollar-for-dollar donation match can boost your overall giving and is such a great hook to leverage in your year-end campaign. So maybe you can find a major donor who would be willing to contribute a matched gift for December 31st. Wouldn't that be great? I mean, it really does help people, and that sense of urgency and then knowing that their investment is going to be doubled. It is a great way. It is a great motivator to get people out there. Well, hopefully, some of these tips that kind of use as a little checklist will give you even better results than you we're working towards and expecting for 2019 year-end success. I'm Joy Olson, BlockBuster Fundraising. We have more tips, joyolsongroup.com and blockbusterfundraising.com. Tons of free how-to fundraise videos on our YouTube channel. We're live every Tuesday, Facebook, and we are loving our IGTV Instagram TV channel. So hey, we're thinking about you. We're cheering you on. We're rooting you on. We know that this is an incredibly busy time, and we hope that it's a very happy time for you. Stay happy, stay healthy, and see you again soon. Thanks for having been here. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.